Welcome back to beating Elden Ring with all 402 weapons. And today's weapon is another Twitch channel point redeem, and the chosen weapon was Sword Lance. Sword Lance is my 4th heavy thrusting sword out of 6 in this series. It is a remembrance weapon and you can get it from any after defeating Gaius. It is also the only infusible and smithing stone remembrance weapon. It has R1 moveset of heavy thrusting swords but R2 moveset of the lance. It gets really good scaling under heavy infusion, but it's also insanely good with status. We chose to do this run in New Game Plus, so I picked up my previous run with the Sword of Night for the prep. Gaius was already dead, so I was able to get the weapon and the armor set immediately. Apart from his pants, of course, which for some reason you get from this albinoric lady outside the Gaius boss arena. Next I got both black and iron wet blade to be able to get the best infusions and then respect for better stats. I'm allowing to keep one late game talisman for New Game Plus, and I chose to keep Shard of Alexander since I finally wanted to test spinning gravity thrust today. Then I only needed to sell my full inventory as always before my New Game Plus runs, and we were ready to start the actual run. For new viewers, here are the rules of the challenge. But now sit back and enjoy the show. This will be interesting, yep. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to use the Ash. Well, especially if you do the full thing, holy shit, that takes forever. Safe option would be R1 poking, I guess, but I can try both. It is a smithing stone weapon, we need the bell bearing for that. What else do we want at the beginning? We already have Shard of Alexander, which is pretty cool. I guess I could try multi-hits with the weapon skill then. Also, shut up, Kenneth. Isn't this weapon supposedly good for horseback combat? Perhaps on paper, but if you ask me, no weapon is good for horseback combat in this game. Looks like a cheap Gaius knockoff. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The set looks so off for some reason. I don't know, it doesn't look like Gaius at all, in my opinion. It just looks weird. Out of all of the remembrance sets, this is so far my least favorite. We also already have Thorny tier, right? Yeah, we can start with that. Thorny and Winged tier, I guess. Gotta go all the way to Aldous to get the Winged tier, but that's fine. Also, what up, Topes? God damn it. Actually seems kinda hard to hit on horseback with this. First off, I'm going to get the Winged tier. And then we get the bell bearing. I don't know if there's any lore piece that actually tells the name of Gaius boar. Is it mentioned? I mean, it doesn't specifically say that it's the boar, but I guess it would make sense. Gaius was the most senior disciple of the same Alabaster Lord who taught Radahn and Gaia gravitational technique. Whoever this Gaia is. Yeah, why can't Torrent fly like the boar? Because he never learned gravity magic, I guess. There's the tier. Now we can get the bell bearing. We can probably equip the full set with the tier. I mean, not just probably, definitely. We are even light rolled now, actually. I gotta say, the weapon skill is really cool too, and yeah, loads of hyper armor. Don't know how much stance damage that is, but... yeah, that does hit a lot of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least, I think. So I can see how this could be amazing for multi hits. Good, upgrade. +8, very good. Bloodlust build up now 120 already. And straight to Margit actually. Has super armor like Lion's Claw. Yeah, it definitely looks like it should have that. As I said, it reminds me a lot of Dragon King's Crackblade. Also, in a way, it reminds me of Romina's Pole Blade Asher form. Like those two combined was slayed with this. Okay. I guess. I lost the iframes already. I mean, the super armor. So far, not amazing damage, but I guess I need all the best talismans. It's really low damage actually with the charge of him. Well, there we go. That was kind of peak. Oop. I'll say, I guess I have to use it when I'm close to the enemy, otherwise the first part is going to whiff, it seems. Yeah, damage will increase. After getting all the buffs and after Margit and Godrick. Because it's in the game loss, gotta remember that. But yeah, it seems like if I really want to get most out of the multi-hits, I wanna be like right next to the boss when I start the Usher farm. Even though this makes you fly to the boss, there are hits at the beginning of this. Yeah, it should also work as a jump dodge. There could be a lot of cool moments against some bosses, but it might be hard to time it. Okay, before Godrick, let's get the winged sword. Yeah, there's a huge difference if you actually use this point blank. There we go. Yeah, that's kinda nuts. That was cool. You can easily be tempted to use this from range, but you really shouldn't. Okay, winged sword as the second salib. Now we have Taunt here and winged sword for the multi-hits. Godrick. We're gonna trade a lot today, it seems. He jumped over it. That's cheating. It's kind of funny to tank everything and literally everything. Yep, get bleed proc. I need more blue, perhaps. Once again, I was baited into using that from range. Like, if you use that from far away, the first part actually only hits once, which is super bad. Good bleed procs. I think when we get Godrick's Red Rune, I should be able to use the skill 3 times. That was the plan. Well, the question is, do we try watch this with with the weapon skill? Surely that's gonna go well. The timing is so awkward, but I think it would be possible. Yeah, I kinda have to try it, honestly. Also, watch this. We actually whiffed. Easy game for babies. I'm pretty sure I just got extremely lucky. Because I think I was late. But it did not hit me. So, I guess I'll take it. I don't know how that didn't hit me. Okay, upgrading time, I guess. I see some potential already, but obviously those were Margit and Godrick Midgame boss fights, so it's kinda hard to actually say anything about the damage. But Radahn is a first true damage check. Okay, plus 12. Redaniel next. What do we level? More arcane at this point, I think. Gravity versus gravity. Oh yeah, procs bleed so quickly, it's kinda insane actually. Oh shit, I did don't know what happened then. Yeah, I think I could have gotten one cycle actually. This was close. Kinda whiffed there. Okay. Well, without the bleed procs, I don't know if the weapon skill is actually that good. Those bleed procs are amazing, like I was able to get 2 so quickly, it's insane. I'm not so convinced on the damage with the Ashura itself, but I guess we can still get 1 more multi-hit talisman. Definitely not bad though. And now we can get 3rd talisman and we will get medicine prosthesis, yes. I've seen that deflecting hard tier and a deflect build is amazing with this weapon, but it's just not my thing. I don't really like deflecting. I'm not a fan personally, but... Type armor is kinda insane, I must say. The poking is really good too. Oh god, I almost died. Oops. Can you hit me now, huh? No, you can't. I might want to test just a poke build, but I kinda want a 200 sword talisman before I do that, so I can also maximize the damage with the pokes. I mean, yes, of course, heavy scaling would mean higher damage with 1 hit, but those bleed procs are so massive. Did you see that Radahn fight? I got 2 bleed procs immediately, pretty much. And bleed procs themselves deal a lot of damage. So in reality, I'm not actually losing any damage. I think I'm actually gaining damage. At least with the Ashura form. If I was doing just R1 pokes, maybe heavy would be better, but I don't know. Bleed do be insane. Plus I'm getting lob later as well, which buffs the damage even further. I'm like 100% certain that if I fought Radahn there with heavy scaling, it would have been slower to beat him than with blood scaling. Bullies smaller enemies too, quite nicely. I mean, I guess it's quite simple to test right now against someone. But now it's heavy infusion, I'll try to quit out before she actually dies. Well, it was like 1700 damage-ish. And like 2 Ashura wasn't enough to kill. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that with this Ashura blood infusion is better, and I'm using the Ashura almost exclusively right now. This Ashura is pretty bad overall, worse than just R1 spam. But is it? Have you, my man? Have you seen this Ashura against like Radahn? With bleed proc, 2300 damage compared to 1700. I mean, of course heavy is better for raw damage. It always will be, but bleed procs are just insane. That's also Ritz sword for later, I guess. I would say both work with this weapon. We can also test the damage difference later when we have fully upgraded weapon. But even then... I mean, yes, but I am using this Ashura, so of course I am comparing the damage of this Ashura with different infusions. That's what I was saying from the beginning. Blood infusion is great for this Ashura. Procs so quickly. I mean, I guess I can do some R1 testing with the Apostle here. I can also equip Ritz's sword for now. That's how quickly he kills or he dies with blood infusion. Pretty quickly. That was just R1 spamming. Now it's heavy. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, that's definitely not bad. Pretty good damage. Where's my stagger? I lost it. Nice whiff. Personally, I think Blood Infusion just is better. Not that Heavy Infusion is bad or anything, but saying that Heavy Infusion will outperform Blood Infusion is just straight up wrong in my opinion. Bleed procs against bosses are just massive. Yeah, we can. I mean, we can test again when we have higher upgrades, but still, it also gets stronger with Blood Infusion with high upgrades. Probably not the greatest Ashfar against NPCs, if I had to guess. Bleed is just so fucking broken, yes. Not saying that Heavy is bad. Heavy just simply does not outperform Blood Infusion. Test prosthesis and DTS. Nice. Great stagger there. Unfortunate hit though. I can't see anything. What the hell is happening? I thought... okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there at the end. I thought I was doing a follow-up, but all of a sudden I was doing nothing, and DDS was doing nothing. I couldn't see anything. But somehow I didn't die. Whatever. I'll take it, I guess. That's 55 arcane, not bad. Well, actually, no, I definitely should do heavy. Goldfrey can't bleed. Also, maybe try R1 poking here. I think it's probably for the best. Now that I can't bleed and can't get bleed procs, and it's kind of scary to trade with Goldfrey, even with a good set like this. Nice whiff. Feels weird to use the R1s now. Oh, fuck off, you did the spin. Let's fight over here, please. The rolling attack seems weird. Almost flew off. I mean, that was still pretty good damage with 2 Asher Force, even without bleed. So I feel like the Asher Force isn't pointless with heavy infusion. Yeah, that's pretty good. Most of the damage comes from the second part, I'd think. Okay, back to blood. 4th talisman. I guess against Morgott actually these 4. What was I going to get? Oh yeah, lob, of course. Actually, probably should get lob against Morgott for even higher damage. Get rid of winged sword for that fight. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, I won't be using Witcher sword for pretty much anything else than Morgott and Godskin Duo. Morgott with shackle, Godskin Duo with sleep. Alright, Eskar, please behave. I mean, actually, well, this can be scary because I can still get bleed procced even though I can hyper armor. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Especially because the Asherfire isn't great against NPCs. Oh. Maybe against these dogs though. Yep. Bleed proc actually knocks me off that. One of the rare things. Oh, but still somehow worked out. I'll take it. We should have Morgott's shackle, right? Yes. So, I think these 4 against Morgott. One blade proc. 2 blade procs. Oh god. That's a little bit scary, but somehow I'm alive. Honestly, should have swapped for once here in the second phase. And I think I'm gonna start now. Although this attack gives me space. I was out of stamina. I was gonna finish him before that happens. Oops. I didn't realize I was out of stamina. Well, GG's. It's a super cool finisher at least.
Your thoughts.
Good. One more arcane, then I'm gonna switch to leveling either endurance or mind. I mean, yeah, the Asherfire is good, but indeed, outside the bleed procs, the damage isn't great. But I mean, I guess that's also due to the scaling. Like, it's only C scaling on strength, D scaling on arcane right now. For example, there against Morgott, it was great in the beginning. Might want to do Mohg soon as well, so I can get 200 sword talisman. I think I want to do R1 poking against some of the base game bosses too, like Maliketh for example. Yes, there's definitely a lot of possible builds for this weapon, so that's great. Probably one of the best things about this. In a way, this is another weapon that I think would require at least 2 playthroughs to really test different type of builds. What was I doing? Upgrading. 2 plus 9, 3. I'll never get that. Beast getting on strength with blood infusion as well. Time for Fire Chant, I guess. With oh yeah, Lob doesn't really work here, sadly. Just gonna use Ritsu's sword. Yeah, that's a shame. Lob would be great here, but it doesn't work. Not bad at all. Okay. Hello. He also maybe moves too much for the Asherfire to be viable. Damn it. Too early stagger, Satch. Satch. Yeah, I figured that's gonna get me hit. Really wasn't the optimal thing to do. Good bleed proc. 300 damage. Massive. Yeah, it's kinda hard to actually hit with the weapon skill here. Good bleed proc. Good bleed proc again, though. Yeah. Those do be massive. I think there was like 3 bleed procs against Fire Giant at least. There were 4. Okay. Yeah, it's possible I missed one. Getting like 4 bleed procs in one boss fight alone is it's kinda massive. That's 60 arcane and 80 strength. Well, 85 strength actually. I mean, I do need to get some Vig for the DLC as well. Honestly, maybe some entrance now. Well, I definitely want to use the multi-hit status proc build here against Godskin Duo, but then I kinda want to try out the alternative option, R1 poking. I'm even going to get 2-handed sword talisman to make that stronger. Now these fools though. Back to lob here. It definitely works here. Very well even. Well, let's do it. Instant bleed proc is, yeah, 2 of them actually. Oh god. Pretty funny. That is solid. Kinda whiffed there. Doesn't really matter though. Good fight. Plus 25. Perfect. Plalos build up 166. I'm gonna fight Mohg next actually. Mohg in time. Funny enough. I do want 2-handed sword talisman now. Now we have max upgraded weapon, so we can do some testing, some science, compare heavy infusion and blood infusion again. Might as well do it with Mohg. Not so simple to hit the NPCs with the Ashafar, but if it does hit, it's kind of funny. It's a funny Ashafar, I can't lie. Nice.
I do not wish to cause anyone harm. Please, be safe.
This armor set also still triggers me. I don't know why it looks so goofy. I just hurt my nutsack by wheezing not wheezing, but sneezing too hard. I don't know how that's even possible, but somehow that happened. Quite painful actually. Can't recommend. I do want to do some testing, but with what talisman setup actually? There might be a couple fights here. First, R1 spam with blood infusion. Oh, piss off, just go down, please. Yeah, nearly one cycle. Honestly, I think I could have got it. With a little bit better optimization. That was like what 3 bleed procs as well, and that was just R1 spamming. I wasn't even using the Ashafar, and I was still getting those bleed procs so quickly. Change slob to what? I don't have an option. That is pretty good raw damage, like definitely. And that was like also reasonably close to 1 cycle. But I mean, still, I think Blood Infusion did better. But now I do want to test the Asher form with blood. I mean, heavy is good, but blood or bleed procs are just insane, especially with Lope. Oh, definitely makes sense to go heavy on bleed immune fights. Yes, that's a no-brainer. I mean, yeah, Smoke has low bleed resistance, but like most bosses are very bleedable. Didn't really have a fort talisman for heavy infusion. I mean, give me an example of a talisman that works with a heavy infusion but does not work with the blood infusion. That's one of the reasons why blood infusion is better here, because you can use Lope. It's not that heavy infusion gives any like better alternative talisman setup. If I had 200 sword talisman, I could still use Lope. Like that's not really an argument that I didn't have a fort talisman for heavy infusion. Of course, Lope makes bleed procs better, but like yes, that's why bleed procs are just so good. I could even have white mask, but I don't. Naked with blue dancer. Well, blue dancer would still work with blood infusion as well. That's once again not heavy infusion only talisman. That works just fine with blood infusion. What I'm saying is that there's nothing that is heavy infusion only. All the same talismans would work with blood infusion, but then you can also use Lobe for even higher damage. Already, that's 2 bleed procs. With basically 1 Ashen farm, with the follow-up of course, but... Ah, so close. So close, but not quite. Sad. Very close to 1 cycle. Yeah, I just simply don't understand why people keep trying to say that heavy infusion outperforms blood infusion. It just doesn't. And that's not saying that heavy infusion is bad, but I don't understand how people don't realize how nutty bleed procs are. Anyways, get 200 sword talisman. Do I want to fight Rellana later? Maybe. I mean, I could do it now, because it feels weird to go around and still fight Rellana. You know, what the fuck, why not? It doesn't really matter. I have max upgraded weapon. I have blessing levels because it's new game plus, so I can fight Rellana before Maliketh. And I will. No one can stop me. Probably want some wig now though. I mean, yeah, Deathless is still on, but surely I can kill Rellana without dying. This is quite an optimal weapon against her after all. Especially with blood infusion. Once again, because Rellana is highly bleedable. Surprise, surprise, so many bosses in this game are so highly bleedable, so blood infusion is actually very good. Oh, I don't know why it triggered me so much, but... Okay, I think R1 spam is actually the play here. With the phase transition attack, I can try the weapon skill too, but before that... And maybe when she moons, yeah, I could try that. Well, we'll see. In the beginning R1 spam, but yeah, in the second phase... Try weapon skill. Sounds like a plan. Fuck me. I still suck at fighting her. Pisses me off, actually. I want to know how to fight her. Yeah, just simply get hit by every single... Slash, why not? Oh, I was light with this. Yeah, fuck. Well, there goes Deathless. I kinda still wanted to try that out. it was naughty, but I was just late with that. I don't know what happened. Oh. Fuck yes. But I want to do it with the moons as well. That was very good. But I want to see it against the moons. Do it. Thank you. I mean, definitely did not dodge it. But it somehow worked out. Just simply tank it, I guess. that works too. Not what I was planning on doing. I didn't even pay attention to the moon hitbox. I only really thought about the shockwave. Seriously, what's next? Maliketh, I guess, yeah. I think I'm scared to trade with Mali. Although in the second phase, yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly think R1 spamming's better against Mali. I honestly think so. There's the beautiful bleed work. That's so long, like, even if you don't do the follow-up. It takes forever. What? Damn. Simply stagger with R1s, why not? Yep. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, constant bleed procs. Kinda hilarious, actually. And it doesn't even matter whether I'm using the Ashafar or not. Gideon. I am tempted to try out the Ashafar in the beginning, but I feel like R1 spam would be much, much better here. But I think I might have to do at least one Ashafar in the beginning with full power. Yeah. Never mind, this was definitely the play. That was fun. If only the second one would have killed him. That would have been absolute peakness. But I'll take that one too. Okay, Godfrey. I still wanna try to use the Ashafar. There are times. And it would be sick to jump over the spikes with that. So continue with the same talisman setup. Now that was sick. That was less sick. I thought I can... Jesus Christ. Yeah. I thought I can dodge after using the Ashafar once, but there's actually so much end lag. It's insane. The Tarnished keeps aura farming, even when it's done with this attack. Like, the landing takes forever before you can actually roll. I'm not a fan of that, actually. Like, it could just simply end here. The aura farming landing looks cool, but it's really dumb against bosses. Yeah, it's just better to use 2 and tank, because if you don't, you lose the super armor. That was decent, only one hit. Bling! Of course, fuck. No mana. That was so sad, actually. Simply maybe not the play against this guy. To use the Ashafar at all. Would have been better off just R1. Just R1 spamming. But I mean, aura farming. Might have ended up with negative aura though. Switch to heavy here. And maybe just R1 pokes actually. With these 4 talismans. Okay, straight off the bat. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Let's try dash for him. That's okay, but I feel like I would have gotten more damage if I just went R1 spam. Yeah. So much simpler as well. Ah. How did I whiff those? Nice. GG's. Not bad. Definitely gets giga high damage with just R1 poke spam. Let's do that. Now to the DLC. Well, we already killed Rellana actually, but continue the DLC. God damn, that's so good against Fire Knights it seems. Hold on. I didn't even have a shard equipped. You can even jump over those fire things. Oh, that's peak. It's a fun Asher farm. For sure. Cool. Time for Messmer, I guess. Nah, I could try to aura farm again with the weapon skill, but I feel like the optimal play is R1 spam. That's what I will do. Maybe use the Asher farm to finish off or something. Fuck it, use it in the beginning. Just to try it, I guess. Then swap the talisman. Yeah, not bad damage, of course, but a little bit scary. Can we change the talisman anytime soon, please? Bro likes this move. What the the fuck am I doing? Oh, I still have heavy infusion. Right. I was wondering why I can't see my bleed procs. Like, where are my bleed procs? Well, once again, damage testing and comparison. It wasn't bad with heavy, definitely not, but I was missing my bleed procs. Yep. A little bit faster this time. Yeah, heavy infusion clearly better, right? Fuck my life, Okay. Hot swapping was too slow. God damn it. Those bleed procs are so nutty. That was so much faster first phase with my blood infusion. I was meant to do R1 spamming, but actually the weapon skill was just much better. Holy. Now I thought it would be scary to trade with Messmer, and I guess it is, but that was such insanely high damage that I didn't really need to trade much. I killed him so fucking quickly. Insane. Insane stuff, honestly. Heavy infusion clearly better. You're losing hefty amount of damage by not doing heavy infusion. Clearly, yes. Well, Gaius versus Gaius, sort of. The question is, can I actually use the Ashafar here? I mean, I can try. I kinda want to try. At least I only need to swap one talisman if I want to pivot to R1 spamming. Let's see. Well, that's definitely good damage. There's no denying that. And I didn't die, so I guess that was worth it. Kinda whiffed there a bit. Oh my god, I didn't have stamina to dodge. For once, my Ashafar was actually better than his, I feel like even though it's the same thing. Somehow dodged that completely as well. Yep, not bad, honestly, the Ashafar worked better than I thought. Yeah, I guess Gaius does not have bleed. Very, very true. Actually, I'm really surprised that this weapon is infusible. Makes it so much better. But if this was online with other Remembrance weapons, this would be like split physical magic damage. B scaling at best. I'm surprised how well the Ashafar actually works in the DLC, but I guess our set really matters a lot. I have good enough defense so I can actually trade. Now Romina, on the other hand, I swear I've said this about every single DLC boss, but I feel like Romina just moves too much, is maybe a little bit too squishy for the Ashafar. Especially in the second phase, it can be very deadly to use the Ashafar if she does the butterfly attack. Max Blessing, there we go. Just in time before the most annoying boss. I'm going to try the Ashafar here as well. It might surprise me. If it doesn't work, just change to 200 shot talisman. Yeah. It doesn't work here. It simply just doesn't really work here. Maybe if you get insanely lucky, it'd be okay, but honestly, just R1 spam. It will be so much better. Yeah, this was going to happen, but whatever. Holy FPS drop. Holy whiff. Holy lead proc. Holy insane annoying combo. Holy dodge. Holy fucking shit. Well, good finisher at least. Nice. I definitely want to fight one real big and thick boy. Either Bayle or Blassie, I guess. I can now fly too. Bird feet. Bird feet. Oh, just gauntlets. Okay, Leda. Well, the Ashva worked very well against Gideon, but I doubt... Well, we'll try it. We'll try it. If it hits, it does knock them over, so that's nice.
Don't you dare approach.
Don't you dare. Get fucked. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was insane. Holy hitless Dane. Skipping everything as well.
I'm sorry. Speaking to you as a
Tough.
compatriot.
Okay, this is much better than I thought.
Make the world
Jesus. It completely cheesed them. What the hell? Yeah, fuck R1 spamming. When you can do that. Simply beautiful. Yeah, didn't really need a Nathan this time. Well, Consort. Can I use Dash Fire against Consort? I feel like no. But I'm gonna try again. Kinda excited to see the damage actually. I have my own spinning gravity thrust. Yeah, fuck you. The last hit whiffed, which was not great. Oh, that was cinema. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Where was the meteor attack? No. That could have been incredible, but I just predicted that he's gonna do the meteor attack already. I should have healed. I thought it was time already. Not a bad attempt though, that would have been so cool if I've got that there. I got so lucky as well with the attacks though. Like, yeah. Almost died because of this attack. Yeah, okay. I'm probably never gonna get as lucky as I did in my first try. It's the classic. You do something first try, it works out extremely well, but it's not quite enough, and then you try to do it again, and you just never get it. I got great RNG first time around. I was actually able to use Ashafar without dying. Yeah, I should have not done that. Dead, yeah. Okay. You definitely need good RNG if you wanna spam that. This is all just science. Trust me, bro. I could have beaten him ages ago, but I chose to test my limits. God damn it, yeah. If it chooses to go for a long combo, I'm screwed. Okay, whatever, fine. I'll do normal melee attacks. You happy? Oh, fine, I guess. Had to be one classic. I should have went for one more R1 before that. Of course, he went for that attack. I'm surprised how well the first try went, like that was insane. Now that I've tried it many times, the luck was even more impressive. The beautiful stagger and everything, like yeah, it was... I can actually never get that same RNG. Fuck you. Yeah, that's some sort of universal law, honestly. If you can't do it first try, it's never gonna... it's never gonna happen. Nah, I was late. I figured might as well trade it with the Ashafar. And super armored with the Ashafar. Finally! That took way too many attempts. It was for science and for style points. I did not end up getting those style points, but I tried my best. I have time for like one extra boss and that's it. Is it Bayle? Maybe Bayle, maybe Bayle. It just feels like that my testing with this weapon is incomplete. But I just simply won't have time to do much longer run. Skip the cave? Like how? From here? Oh, it does go all the way there. That's cool. Nice. Yeah. Constant bleed procs are insane, I must say. The Ashafar has gotten better and better towards the end. Funny enough. I guess we try Ashafar first against Bayle. I mean, that's the reason why we're here. To try the Ashafar against a big boy. Certified big boy. Getting a stagger would be just huge though. Like, I don't know if it would be better to do charge phase first and then use the Ashafar on the head. Nice. That worked out very well. With Enjoyer strikes again. For fuck's sake. Okay, Bayle just moves too much, man. I can't hit with it seems. Miserably failing to fight. Yeah, I don't know if the Ashfar really works very well here. There might be a way, but like I don't know the moveset well enough. I think I'm gonna pivot to charge phase first. Try to get a stagger and then use the Ashfar. Nice bleed. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to tank that with the Ashfar Bomb. Would have been cool. Apparently it deals quite a lot of damage, so that's not possible. But yeah, that was good. Almost killed him. How? What was I supposed to do there? Oh, yeah. Yep, well, whatever. They survived. No. I failed that. Cinema finisher at least. Yeah, I guess the weapon skill worked if you didn't whiff with it, but that's a big if. Yeah, that was fun. It feels like this run is incomplete. Even though I did beat the base game, I did beat the DLC. It only means that the weapon is really good and very flexible. That was fun though, I liked it a lot. Could definitely use this weapon again and try different type of build. Time to rate it. Should have went Pantless for the throne maybe. I think this is clearly an S tier weapon. In terms of fun, but also in terms of viability. For me maybe low S tier though. Like it doesn't, or at least this run didn't quite feel the same as any of the S plus weapons. Still S tier though. You can do some massive things with this and I can definitely see the potential. I love the concept of infusible remembrance weapon actually. For me, over here. Low S tier, but that's S tier, so definitely good, very very good. Very flexible, very versatile, very fun weapon, very powerful too.